Good morning. We're going to do yogalates now. For the next 40 minutes, we're going to do some strong holds and moves with mixture both of Pilates and yoga positions. I will be using a band block and ring or ball, so you may need those to hand. Once you've got all the equipment you need, make sure that it's not on the mat and that you have enough room to wide a leg here. Now these strong positions will work the muscles in the tops of the legs, the core, lower back and in your arms. Those that struggle with these movements, do take your time. First thing to do is bend the knees to the corners of the toes and draw a deep breath in, stretching up to lengthen and then out breath to come down. We're going to repeat this for just 4 to allow the body to stretch and to fully lengthen from the waist to the hands. As you lengthen, breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. We're going to do 2 more of these. Feeling the stretch through the shoulders and also in the tops of the legs. Then from here, stretch alternate arm one at a time to lengthen and stretch from the waist to your hands themselves. Each time you lengthen, try and push a little further up and down. Now taking the arms to the side, turn the foot as well, so left foot to the side as we push into a nice easier warrior 2. And as you turn the head, hold the position for 4 breaths, feeling the work at the top of the thighs and into your knees. Today though, flex your hands so that you're pushing from one hand to the other and then go lower, holding for 4 breaths. From here, as you hold for 4 breaths, we will be stretching into the back leg even more, but go lower first so that you stretch here and feel the work through the arms as well. Now just watch that your balance between your arms is equal. Now point or lengthen the fingers into a flag-shaped hand and go lower again, working into the knee. From here though, make sure the back hip is tilted and the quads here are fully stretched, and go lower. Breathe in and out for another 2 breaths to make 10. Now take both hands either side of the foot, bringing the body down, bend through the front knee, keep straightening the back leg and then drop the bottom down. Use the fingers here to support that stretch on the front leg as you bend through the knee. Now lengthen both legs and drop the nose to the knee. Feeling the lengthening on the back of the legs through the knees and then drop the head even more. Feeling the stretch here in between the legs and behind the knees as mentioned. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Then fully stretch by lifting the heel and lengthening here on the back of the heel and holding further 6 deep breaths. From here, push through the knee. Bring the same hand as the bent knee to the floor and open out here into a triangle hold. Lengthening the back leg, feeling the stretch in the back knee, but bending through the front leg. Both arms should be parallel again, feeling the stretch on the shoulder, but then open out the arm, feeling the chest here fully lengthen. Breathe in and out for 6 to 8 breaths here. In through the nose and out through your mouth. Now go lower, 4 more breaths. Straighten both legs, walk the left leg in, heels again, slightly in and pulse for 6 here. Feeling the tops of the legs, but again this one now worked more than the other leg. So we're going to go on that right leg next. Once you are here, sun sail up, deep breath in for just 2 breaths here before we go to the other leg. Remember your in and out breaths as you stretch. In breath to go up, out breath to go down. And then repeat again on the other leg to Virabhadrasana again, pushing this time through the right knee. Remember, the hip here should be thrust towards me and the chin then looking straight over that right arm. Now go lower, holding again for 4 to 5 breaths. And then lower. And again. Watch the arms are parallel. Now both hands come in either side of the foot again, coming down. Bending through the front knee to stretch and lengthen, but watch any problems you may have with the knee, and lengthen the back leg. Keep looking at your toes, and if you can, flatten the hands, do so now. Each time you breathe in, allow as much oxygen as you can to breathe in through your nose into the lungs, so that you don't go dizzy, and as you exhale, do so slowly. Now stretch the front leg to lengthen through the knee, just like we did on the other side, and then drop the leg to lengthen a little further, drop the head to look at the knee. Drop the head even lower to stretch through that leg. Two more deep breaths here. Then when ready, right hand inside the right heel or foot and open out to the left arm. Again, that bottom arm should be in line with the leg. Feeling the work here, nice and stretched across the shoulders and lower back. The hand that's on the floor there is supporting that bent knee. So if you are struggling with your knees today, keep the hand there. When ready, we're going to stretch through both legs to the best of your ability, but don't move the hand. So that nice open stretch on the chest, hamstrings lengthening here between the legs as we lengthen the knees. Two more deep breaths. Now take the hands down into a wide angle forward fold. Look between your legs at the wall or whatever behind you, and then lengthen the elbows and the knees. Stretch from the back of the bottom to the heels. Once you're comfortable, lower the head to the floor and hands to the ankles. Hold here for 4 breaths. Remember, we're counting your breaths today for 10 deep breaths on every position. Can we open the legs a little wider? Now bring the arms behind you so the palms of the hands are facing. Lengthen the elbows when ready, or cut the fingers together and straighten them. 4 more deep breaths to hold. Now hands down, head up, and bend the knees by bringing the heels in. Into the next exercise, bring the elbows to the top of the thighs into a Sumo Warrior hold, holding this position for 6 to 7 breaths. Then we can progress to the 10. So you should feel the top of the thighs here. Watch the knees as they're bending into this position so that you're not stretching too fast, but that we're strengthening your quadricep muscles first. Now come up, release those legs. We will go back down in just a moment. So relaxing the body into that position. Deep breath in and we go again. So coming back down, elbows to the tops of the thighs. This time stretch out the neck, lifting the head or stretch any second chin you may have. Holding here for 6 breaths. Now come out of this by straightening the legs, keeping the legs where they are. Rock the hips side to side to release the back. Now walk the feet in. Now bring the hands to centre of the chest with the palms facing down. Then open and hold for 2 breaths. Release and repeat for 4. And then you should feel the stretch, pushing the shoulder blades together and the front of the chest there also lengthening. One more, making your 4, but now push the elbows further back. Feeling the chest here, fully pulling back here to lengthen. And stretching the pectoral muscles. Now tip the elbows up so that the palms of the hands stay in line with them. Should feel an ache here. Now we're going to work on balance. Drawing first, your left foot to the side. Reach with the left arm forwards and hold, bend into the front leg. By then looking towards the hand, we're going to lift the back leg and reach when ready for your right ankle. Into a dancer's pose, lifting the back leg up, the other arm in front, and then bend the front knee. Try and hold here for as long as you can. If you can get to 6 breaths, brilliant. If you can hold for 10, do. Stare at something that's not moving once you're there. It is optional if you bend the leg you're on. So finding your balance, sometimes you've only got to let the mind go for a second and the balance is lost, as just shown there. So remember, concentrate. Stepping back, reach in with a bent knee in front, the arm to the ceiling, stretch on the back and lengthen the hand to the back knee. Now straighten both legs. Feeling the stretch on the tummy, the hip, and lengthening the spine towards the ceiling. Release, bend through the knee and change legs. So spot again where you want to stare so that you can focus. Bringing now the right hand in front, bending through the right knee. Once you've spotted and you're concentrating, reach for the left ankle or foot and stretch them forwards, lifting up the foot. Lengthening through your hip and bottom. Stretching through the knee and thigh. And then if you can, bend the knee you're on, but watch your balance. Focus and breathe. Coming back, just like we did on the other side, find your balance, bend through the knee, right hand to the ceiling, left hand to the back knee and stretch through the vertebrae again. Now bringing both legs forward, stretch the right hand towards me, hips facing, and stretch the arm over the chest and pull the shoulder down. Holding here for 6 breaths. Lengthen the arm. And other arm. Breathe in and breathe out. Repeat for 6. Now we're going to go into the bind. I will demo it from the front, then turn around so you can see how it looks from the back. Turning first, the right foot to the side, bend through the right knee, straightening the left leg behind you. Then with the right hand, take it through the leg and cup the hand so that you're pushing through the leg. Then with the left hand, reach for that leg or the other hand to try and twist through the body and around the hip to then lift the chin to the ceiling. I'll demo that this way as well. So right foot side, right hand down, and then reach for the arm. Now the further down you go, the better it is to reach. And then turn the chin. Now change sides. Notice here the back leg is straight, front knee is bent, chin's travelling to the back shoulder. Coming out of this, straighten the legs and look again through the gap. Head down, hands around the ankles like we did earlier. Stretching through your bottom, your back of the knees, ankles, calves, and elbows and arms. Six more deep breaths. Here's the progression we did earlier. So arms to the ceiling. If this is easy for you, that's okay. But if you want to challenge, take the fingers together and lengthen. Now coming down, bend the knees in. This time bring one leg behind you to come onto your mats. For the next exercise, you'll need the ball behind you. Then, when ready, bring one leg up at a time and hold your balance or use the ball. Ideally though, coming off the ball and straightening the legs so that the feet are facing the ceiling, hands underneath the knees. Hold with straight legs and a straight back. Breathe in and out deeply for 4 breaths. Now we've made our 10 breaths, reach for the toes. Balance, control, lengthen the knees and hold again for 10 breaths. In through your nose, breathe in, out through your mouth, breathe out. 2 more breaths. Now for the next exercise, you can either use the elbows to the mats or the hands either side of the body as we come down here and scissor for 30 counts. Those that find this uncomfortable, remove the ball and lay down. Therefore, this will be easier for you with the back down. The rest of us that want a challenge, stay upright. Ten more. To release, bend the knees, straighten the back, release the spine and the tummy. Well done. Now working your lower abs, now that they're nice and warm and curving through the spine, take the ball a little away from the back. We've done these before. For a full progression, straighten the legs and then roll all the way to the ball and come up. But you'll need to do this without lifting the heels up. So to make it easier, bend through the knees, reach for the ball and use the core muscles to come up. If this is still too much, bring the ball closer and then you'll get a nice, easy rowing boat. We're going to do 30 of these. So think of what's best for you. Are you better here or with the knees bent? Or do you need the ball? Could you go all the way to the floor and reach for the toes? So you've got 4 alternatives there. And the progressions would be from the floor to the feet. Keep staring at something that's not moving so you can feel the work through the lower back and to me. Last 2. Now into teaser. You may need the ball behind you still. Bringing the legs up and the hands. Now drop the legs and bring them back up. Or remove the ball and bring the body down and come up. Two more. Now bend the knees to come down and release the tummy by rocking side to side. Then when ready, place a pillow or block behind the head. Place your band around the foot unless you don't have a band. Then you can do it without. Then when ready and when the head's comfortable, lower the leg up and down to release the top of the hamstrings and the top of the hip flexors. Notice here I'm breathing in and out on every leg stretch. After you've done this, 20 more of these leg kicks, just watch the bent knee that it's not wobbling. Now this will be a little easier on all the work you've done so far. Lots of strong yoga in the beginning and lots of strong Pilates since we've been on the mats. 12 more. Now swap legs when ready. 10 more. Now double leg kicks. You don't have to use the band, but I am going to place the ball under the bottom to protect my coccyx. Trying to keep the back in a neutral spine so there's no gap under the back. A pillow or block under the head will protect your lower back. Then when ready, before you lower, make sure the heels are in line with your hips. Lower over the ball and bring them back up again. Also for 30, but the progression today is 45 drops. So see how you get on first with the 30. Now you might find this a little boring, but it really works your back and tummy muscles. Notice here the elbows stay on the floor and I'm controlling the lowering and coming up with the band. Fifteen more. Last 5. Now to progress this, we're going to do this with open legs. Still working with the band if it helps. Open the legs as wide as you can, but not letting go of the band. And lower over the ball, up and down, also for 30 counts. For progression, you can lift the chin and put the head back down. This will also work your tummy muscles. Those doing it without the ball, make sure that your back is properly lengthened without any pain. If you find it difficult, hands either side of the bottom will protect the back. We're halfway. Five more. Last 2. Last one. Now, release the band. Make sure the head is comfortable and bring your feet together. Now circle in and away. And reverse. Now open the legs slowly as you open. Circle through the feet, and as you close, reverse the cycle with the feet and ankles. Hands can relax now. And we're going to do 6. Open gently, rotating through your ankles, and 6 coming back. So you're trying to get wider with the legs each time you open. This does take a lot of brain work, so watch the rotation through the ankles as you open and close the legs. Now point and flex your feet. Now leaving the ball there, drop the legs one at a time, working through the tummy, and then use the tummy to bring the feet back up again. Now I'm pointing and flexing the ankles as the legs lower and as they come up. Watch the coccyx on this one and use the ball if it helps. Don't forget to breathe in when your legs come up, out breath as the legs go down. So notice there I took the ball away, place my hands either side of the coccyx and the sacroiliac joint. This will help as you lower. Two more. Last one. Now we're going to roll onto our sides. Bend the knees and come on to the side. Head on the block still and arm in front. Once you're comfortable, stack the hips, one on top of the other. Point the leg up, flex the heel to come down. Make sure you're comfortable as you lift. Well done, Leah. Gently as you come up. Leela and Gemma, thanks for joining me the whole hour this morning. Those that are watching this later, do make sure that you have enough time to sufficiently cover every class nice and slowly, that you're not in a rush and think, oh, I'll do that later. Focusing on these exercises will really target the stronger muscles, strengthening the muscles in the back, the tummy, the tops of the legs, in the spinal column, and as we come to do the arm exercises in a little while, those as well in the shoulders and top of the arms. Now you should feel the muscles in the tops of the legs going a little bit sore now. Continue to lift up and down. We're going to repeat for 4 more. Don't forget to breathe. Well done, last one. And we're going to roll over and do the same on the other leg. Pointing the toe to go up, flexing the heel to come down. 30 lifts. Now you should start to feel what we call a numb leg now. It starts to get tired over the last 10. Try and push over the discomfort to strengthen the muscles. Last 5. Last 1. And then we're going to lay back on the back, but use the ring next. Now if you don't have the ring, use the ball and place the ball between the knees. Make sure the head's comfortable. I'm going to lift the legs and place my ring in the centre between my legs and just push against the ring for 40 counts. So you can count as you squeeze against the ring. Now if you're squeezing against the ball, obviously the knees will be more narrow, but it will still be sufficient to work the abductor muscles. Notice here the legs staying tabletop, the heels parallel to the knees, and we're squeezing to work the inside leg. Last 10. Now place the feet inside the ring. Placing the pads on the outside of the legs, go back to tabletop and pull open the ring. Again, if you can do 30, fabulous. I'm going to try to get to 45 today. Now you will also notice as well, the more Pilates and yoga you do, the stronger the muscles will feel and the better your body will tone. So that when eventually the gyms do open, it's not going to be such a shock for your body to go from one extreme to the other. 15 more. Now release the ring and sit up. Now for Janushasana, this exercise working on the thighs and the hips together. Placing one leg in front of you, bend the other knee to the side. If the knee hurts, place the ball under the knee. Then when ready, straighten your backs. Make sure the foot in front is in line with the hip. Then draw a deep breath in as we take one arm to the foot. And then elephant trunk over with the other arm and draw the head down towards the knee. Staying here for 4 breaths. Now take the head lower. Feeling the stretch on this part of the back, but just make sure the hips are facing forwards and straight. Now nose to the knee if you can. To make 10 counts, 4 more breaths here, nose to the knee. Other leg when ready. So remember, you've got to progress the head to come down. And lower when ready. 4 more deep breaths. Then coming up, take the bent knee over the top of the straight leg. Opposite over to half Lord of the Fishes, and then pull the knee back to look at the back shoulder. And hold this position for 6 breaths. Other leg, other bent knee, straighten the legs, and other arms twisting round. Chin to the back shoulder and pull the knee across with the elbow. Now bringing the feet together, walk the heels in, hands to Namaste, and hold this position, straighten your back and breathe in and out for 4 breaths. Now staying here, close your eyes and bring your middle finger to the thumb. Straighten the spine and relax the legs. Now if it hurts to sit into locust, Then straighten the legs. For into lotus you will find it a little uncomfortable if the back and knees are sore. Then from here, relax your mind and listen to the music as we breathe in and out slowly to relax the body. In your mind's eye, I want you to picture birds feeding from a table. Maybe bread or seeds that you've put out. Watching them dive one at a time, both pigeon, sparrow, blackbird or crow, whatever it be. Watch the birds in your mind's eye as they reach down to swoop to get the food and fly away. Straighten the legs now and place the hands to your feet, curving through your head and spine. Namaste, have a good day. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.